The U.S. women's national team, a squad accustomed to victory, faced a stark reality on February 27, 2025. Japan, a team with a history of falling short against the USWNT, delivered a stunning 2-1 upset in the final match of the SheBelieves Cup. The match, held in Nashville, Tennessee, saw Japan claim their first-ever SheBelieves Cup title and hand USWNT head coach Emma Hayes her first loss since taking the helm. The atmosphere at Geodis Park was electric as fans anticipated another dominant USWNT performance. The USWNT had not lost a game since 2019, a streak spanning over 70 games. However, Japan had other plans, showcasing a level of tactical discipline and attacking prowess that would unravel the USWNT's usually impenetrable defense. From the opening whistle, Japan's intentions were clear. They pressed high, forcing the USWNT into uncharacteristic errors. The Japanese midfield, anchored by the experienced Saki Kumagai, controlled the tempo of the game. Their passing was crisp, their movement fluid, and their determination unwavering. The loss sent shockwaves through the soccer world. It marked the end of an era for the USWNT, a team that had become synonymous with dominance. The USWNT found themselves on the back foot almost immediately. In the second minute, Japan struck a blow that would reverberate throughout the match. Yūka Momiki, known for her speed and technical ability, found the back of the net with a well-placed shot. Japan's early goal exposed a rare vulnerability in the USWNT's defense. The usually organized backline, missing key players like Naomi Germa, looked disjointed. Japan exploited the gaps, creating several early chances that could have further extended their lead. The USWNT, to their credit, responded with urgency. Young star Ally Sentnor, earning her first SheBelieves Cup cap, equalized in the 13th minute. Her goal, a display of composure and clinical finishing, offered a glimmer of hope for the USWNT. However, Japan refused to be intimidated. They continued to press, their confidence growing with each passing minute. Their midfield maestro, Futaba Kyoka, dictated the flow of the game, threading passes that sliced through the USWNT midfield. As the first half progressed, Emma Hayes attempted to regain control of the match. Tactical adjustments were made, formations were tweaked, and substitutions were deployed. However, Japan's defensive solidity proved difficult to break down. The second half began much like the first, with Japan on the front foot. In the 50th minute, their persistence paid off once again. Substitute Tōko Koga, brought on at halftime, capitalized on a defensive miscue to score Japan's second goal. The USWNT, now trailing by a goal and facing the prospect of their first loss under Emma Hayes, threw everything they had at Japan. The introduction of veteran midfielder Julie Ertz injected some much-needed steel and experience into the USWNT midfield. Despite creating a handful of chances, the USWNT struggled to find the back of the net. Set pieces, usually a reliable source of goals for the team, were squandered. Offside calls, often the result of Japan's well-drilled defensive line, further hampered the USWNT's attempts to get back into the game. The final whistle blew, signaling a historic victory for Japan, and a sobering defeat for the USWNT. The loss ended the USWNT's 5-year winning streak in the SheBelieves Cup, a tournament they had dominated since its inception. Beyond the immediate disappointment of the result, the loss raised questions about the USWNT's depth and development. With several key players absent due to injury and rest, the USWNT's lack of experience in certain positions was exposed. The absence of players like Trinity Rodman, Sophia Smith, and Rose Lavelle undoubtedly impacted the team's performance. However, it also highlighted the need for greater depth in the USWNT player pool. Emma Hayes, in her post-game press conference, acknowledged the need for growth. "This loss is a learning opportunity for us," she stated. "We need to use this experience to get better, to develop our younger players, and to build a team that can compete at the highest level consistently." The loss to Japan served as a wake-up call for the USWNT. It exposed vulnerabilities that had been masked by the team's previous successes. However, it also provided valuable lessons that could prove beneficial in the long run. The need for greater squad depth was evident. Developing young players and integrating them into the senior team became a paramount concern. The USWNT's future success hinged on its ability to cultivate the next generation of talent. Moreover, the loss emphasized the importance of tactical flexibility. Japan's ability to disrupt the USWNT's usual rhythm highlighted the need for the USWNT to be able to adapt to different playing styles. The road ahead for the USWNT promised to be challenging, but also full of opportunity. The 2027 World Cup loomed on the horizon, and the team had work to do. The loss to Japan, while painful, served as a catalyst for growth, and a reminder that even the most dominant teams are not invincible.